Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another very interesting video for you. The school bus driver who saved every child before the crash. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video so you won't miss any future uploads. This is an unbelievable story of how this school bus driver saved every child on board before losing his life. This man was hailed a hero after he gave his life to save his 24 students. Their bus had skidded off the road and was hanging precariously over a bridge hundreds of feet above the raging waters below. Without hesitation, the heroic driver began evacuating the children one by one, but then disaster struck. He was thrown from the vehicle, and he woke up in a hospital bed with no idea what had happened. This tragic incident occurred on August 23, 2011, at around 7:30 a.m. in the morning. The bus was carrying 24 children to school when suddenly the driver lost control of the vehicle. The bus swerved off the road and slammed into the guardrail, causing it to collapse. The bus then dangled from the remaining portion of the rail, which itself was hanging off the side of the bridge. Had the rail snapped, the bus would have plunged to the river below, which was about 50 feet deep. When the children realized what was happening, they began screaming in terror. However, their nightmare quickly turned into a survival mission. When the bus driver, identified only as Petrovich, calmly told them to stay calm and listen to him. He was a former military man, so his words carried a lot of weight. Began to evacuate the children one by one, instructing them to climb through the emergency window. It wasn't easy. Some of the kids were too scared, while others were too small to climb through the window on their own. So Petrovich helped them. One by one, he guided 18 children to safety, and just when things couldn't get any worse, the bus started sliding down the bridge. As if it had been pushed by some malevolent force, the bus swayed dangerously, threatening to plunge to the river below. Somehow, Petrovich managed to stabilize the bus and stop it from falling. It was a miracle that the bus didn't plummet to its doom, but it soon became clear that they weren't out of the woods yet. With 6 children still on board, Petrovich had to make a choice. Could either try to evacuate them or stay with them and hope for the best. He chose to evacuate them. But just as he began guiding the children away from the bus, the unthinkable happened. The bus started sliding again. It lurched forward, throwing Petrovich off balance. He lost his footing and was flung off the side of the bridge. His heart-wrenching scream echoed across the valley as he plummeted towards the river below. The last thing he saw was the terrified faces of the children he had sworn to protect. Miraculously, Petrovich landed in shallow water and was pulled out by some passers-by who had witnessed the horrific accident. The people immediately rushed to his aid, but it was too late. He had suffered a severe head injury and was already unconscious. Meanwhile, the 6 children were rescued by firefighters. All of them were traumatized, but none of them were physically injured. Petrovich was rushed to the hospital where doctors placed him on a ventilator to keep him alive. But his brain had already suffered irreversible damage. There was no hope of recovery. 2 days later, his parents made the heartbreaking decision to take him off life support. Petrovich never regained consciousness. He died believing that he had failed to protect the children he had sworn to care for. In the aftermath of the tragedy, it emerged that Petrovich had acted with extraordinary courage. He had saved every single child on the bus. If he hadn't, at least some of them would have been killed when the bus plunged into the river. But now he was dead, and the community he had protected was in mourning. Petrovich's funeral was one of the most attended in recent memory. Hundreds of people turned out to pay their respects to the fallen hero. Among them were many of the children he had saved, as well as their parents. Speaking at the funeral, Father Sergei said, "He died a hero. He gave his life to save those children. He will be greatly missed, but he will always be remembered as a hero." After the funeral, Petrovich was buried with full military honors. His grave is now adorned with flowers and a plaque that reads, "Here lies a hero who gave his life to save the lives of others." In the years since the tragedy, Petrovich's memory has lived on. A statue has been erected in his honor, and there is even a street named after him in the city. Petrovich's parents are incredibly proud of their son. They know that he died doing what he loved, protecting children. In an interview with the local media, they said, "We knew our son was a hero. He was always willing to help others. We are proud of him." So what caused the accident in the first place? The official investigation concluded that the crash was caused by a combination of factors. First, the bus driver had taken a sharp turn too quickly, which caused the vehicle to skid. Second, the road was wet, which reduced the bus's traction. Finally, the bus was overweight, which made it more difficult to control. But these mechanical issues wouldn't have mattered if not for one thing: Petrovich's quick reactions. When the bus first skidded off the road, he was able to steer it away from the guardrail and prevent it from crashing. This gave the children a chance to escape, and they likely wouldn't have survived without his quick thinking. Many people believe that Petrovich should be considered a saint. After all, he gave his life to save the lives of others. But some people believe that he was simply a humble man who did what he had to do. Either way, there's no denying that he was a true hero. And that's all for today's video. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button so you won't miss any new videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.